Khera Kim today. She's a nurse practitioner, as I mentioned before. She also has 17 years of extensive experience in nursing. I think she also is currently working in both aged care and acute care. Khera is Khera has led a dementia framework project, leading aged care provider in Queensland, and also she has made the history by serving as the first official dementia and delirium nurse practitioner for Queensland Health in Metro North Brisbane. So, welcome, Kira, for our podcast today. So, I have a good question to ask from you as someone who is working in both acute sector and also in both aged care. What is your perspective about intersectorial learning through podcasts? How do you, what is your opinion about it?
I think it's very thank you, Sachini, for the nice introduction. But I feel like that podcast it actually highlights that beauty of nursing narrative that unfortunately it's getting drowned. Mainly, there's a lot of reasons that we're losing the beauty of nursing narrative because of the competing work load that we need to do. There's also fear that what we write might be judged. But I think that using this new technology, the podcast, um, I think we're riding the tide of the times because I think a lot of people we learn differently nowadays. Like it's not just we read from papers, but we also listen. We love to listen to other people's experience. So I think the beauty of capturing that nursing narrative through podcast helps us with knowledge transfer. We do bridge some of the formal education and the lived experience of nurses as well. The other thing is that we understand other people's experience, so the interprofessional understanding. Some um, people that are in aged care might not fully understand the experiences of nurses that are in acute care and vice versa. So acute care nurses probably don't fully understand what's happening in the other side of the field. And more often than not, with my experience, like sometimes you get frustrated that you receive calls from nurses in the hospital and saying like, look, how come you don't know this? But because we don't know what's happening in that field in the other side of the profession. The other thing, the beauty of our nursing narratives reflected in podcasts is around the holistic communication. So um, the beauty of that um, sort of comprehensive and narrative type of clinical handover makes it more personalized, make it more human rather than just like that's bed one or room five or that patient that had a fall. So I think that highlights that one. And the other thing is the storytelling is very powerful in um, giving us an avenue to reflect. So that reflection and building resilience from other people's story, and it does validate our experience as well. That I'm not alone. My struggle in looking after people, older people with higher care needs. Someone is also experienced the same thing and someone has navigated that, and hearing their stories can help us navigate the same circumstance or experience.
Thank you so much, Kira. So, how do you think that? I think you have explained a lot about how these intersectorial learning and these storytellings can be help people from acute care, aged care, or maybe from other specialities to learn from each other. So, from your perspective, how do you think that nurses may take it? Like, say, how it would be like useful in the sense of clinical information learning through these podcasts?
Yeah. So aside from the storytelling, I think I'm seeing more and more people using the podcast or the audio type learning as what do you call that, as a platform for learning. So we are, I think, in the age of TikToks. We are at the age of Insta, where people love that short burst learning. So podcasts like a 10 to 15 minutes podcast that are rich with, you know, dot point information and then you mixed up all some of that, lived experience, can make that learning really powerful.
Agree with that. I think we all, even if it's not nursing, sometimes we do listen to other podcasts too
Yeah.
for that quick learnings. Why
Yes.
not for nursing? So, as Khera says, thank you very much. It will be really interesting for everyone else to participate because it's more personalized experience and sharing it in that comfortable zone. And so, inviting all of our nurses who would be willing to participate in the podcast, it will be a much enjoyable experience for all of us. Thank you so much, Khera.